What's up, guys? It's Ozzy. If you don't like the gameplay vid, I don't want to hear it. I've been editing so many fucking videos, especially like for friends and stuff like that, and sometimes I just don't feel like putting a picture for like every 5 seconds. Anyways, today I wanted to talk about the issue that seems to keep popping up repeatedly over and over again, which is people are refusing to call out weird sexual behavior and defend micro celebrities or big celebrities for really no reason at all. I'm really tired of bringing up the Tates, but that was like the first example that I saw, and I was like, okay, I can kind of see the cult of personality, whatever. I think he's guilty, whatever. And like, this has always been a thing. Like, people don't really believe victims, or something comes out about somebody they like, they don't really believe in it, or they just outright are in denial. This isn't a new thing, but the level that it's gotten to, especially on social media, is so fucking weird. Like with the recent Drake stuff, right, with Millie Bobby Brown and the whole Kendrick Lamar beef, I've seen people try to rationalize 35-year-old Drake talking to Millie Bobby Brown when she was 14, and when she was asked about it in an interview, she said,
"He's great, he's wonderful, I love him."
What's his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
Brother,
a 35-year-old man texting a 14-year-old that he misses her and talking to her about boys. This should be a red flag. Like, it's crazy that I would have to be like, well, if you had a daughter, would you let her? Some motherfuckers say like, well, as long as they're not having sex, I don't care. It's just, it's weird. And then also with the clip of him kissing a 17-year-old, of course, the age 17, you're always gonna have the people like, well, he's not a pedophile, he's an ephebophile, he likes teenagers, not prepubescent little girls. Or you got the dudes who are like, well, you know, she's 1 year away from 18. It's just never ending. And then that brings us to Dr. Disrespecting the age of consent. Now, I've kind of followed Dr. Disrespect's Twitch saga, even though I didn't watch him, but it's always been kind of like a great mystery on why he got banned. And when that tweet came out of the ex-Twitch employee saying that he was banned for texting a minor, so many people were like, oh, there's no proof to this, there's no proof. Which, to be fair, there was no proof. It was just one guy. I wasn't going to crucify the dog for that. I'm a neutral party. I'm not a fan of him before or after, especially after this. But people were in denial. And then more people started coming out. And then finally, the doc who did this giant fucking paragraph about, he said, yes, he did have inappropriate messages with a minor. Now, I don't know where this narrative came that the minor was 17, like Sneeko making like that viral tweet and like other people in my replies saying that like the minor was 17. As far as I know, at the time of this recording, no age has been said. So the fact that he admitted to talking inappropriately to a minor, and the first thing people went to, as a married man with kids, and the first thing people went to was, well, you know, if she was 17, some states have the age of consent at 16, and like he never did anything with her, so nothing bad really happened. Like he's not a pedophile and it's not illegal. And it's like really weird because you have these people that are like the LGBTQ are groomers, the left is trying to groom our kids, grooming this, grooming that, but then when actual grooming or SA or inappropriate behavior with minors gets called out, then all of a sudden it's, well, the age of consent is well, he's a ephebophile, not a pedophile. Oh, well, you can't prove that they ever had sex, so he really did nothing wrong. It's just like these avalanches of excuses when you can simply say, yeah, that dude is a fucking weirdo. This whole shield of like the Matrix, the Tates made a wonderful fucking defense using that, because now anytime a male celebrity is called out for sex crimes, it's an attack of the Matrix. Because somehow the Matrix doesn't frame you for murder. No, they send 6 women to say that you sexually assaulted them. And then that's their master plan. And like Russell Brand, for an example. Now, before he got political, I remember Russell Brand, his whole kind of Hollywood persona was being a very sleazy, sexual douchebag who's like addicted to substances and drinking. Like, that's his movie characters, that's him in real life, that's his stand-up. So when the news broke of the accusations of him, like, you know, doing things with girls that are very young, I was like, okay, I mean, developing story, but doesn't sound off character for him. But then I go on Twitter and shit, and he's on a talk show talking about politics, and all these people are like, he's speaking out against the establishment, so they're coming up with these fake charges because he's getting popular. I didn't even know the motherfucker did politics. Like, I know him from Adam Sandler movies. Like, what are we talking about here? It's like, it was this switch that flipped. Like, before he did politics, everybody was like, yeah, that dude's a sleazeball. He dumped Katy Perry. He's addicted. Like, he's always talking sexual stuff. But then, like, all of a sudden, he becomes, like, anti-establishment and, like, slightly right-wing or whatever. And then now it's, like, the Matrix attacking him. It's, like, the perfect defense. And it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, it's just super fucking gross how anytime people speak out or, you know, an investigation is launched, it's just always some deflection and a refusal to address the bad behaviors. And now I'm not saying that necessarily anytime an allegation comes out there should be a witch hunt, but the pattern of defending somebody, that same somebody admits to it or is like found guilty without a doubt, and then you not walking back your statements or like, you know, being like, hey, maybe the next time this happens, I shouldn't be fucking stupid. So the next time that you see, obviously regardless of gender too, but the next time you see some allegations come out or a person is shown to have a very bad track record with doing certain inappropriate things, especially with minors, you should probably take a step back and be like, maybe this person is just, you know, a bad person or did a bad thing, instead of thinking it's a giant conspiracy or trying to rationalize a grown person talking to a minor inappropriately. Just a tip. But yeah, anyway, that's just my 2 cents. I've been doing so much editing and serious content. I just want to drop a commentary and talk on current events. But if you got this far, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoyed the last podcast, I have another one with Andrew Tate's ex-social media manager on the way. And I might just make it a series, depending on who I talk to. So if you're into that, let me know and comment, like, share the video. Thank you.